It's loading.
Yay! Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Wait, I'm gonna take my book. I forgot to take my book.
We've been sitting backstage for like 7 minutes.
You're sorry. I'm forgetful. Can't help it.
Oh, that's so funny. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Here. I'm so happy. We missed the last one.
I missed you guys too. I'm so sorry I couldn't come. Work has been honestly manic.
Look, it's okay. It's hard out here.
You know what I mean? And I'm one of those people, I like to graft really hard, try and get as much money behind me as I can. I'm one of those people, I always like to forever save. I don't even know what I'm saving towards. I just like to save.
You're saving to give it to me?
Yeah, same. Although I know what I'm saving
I'm fine with that.
I'm so bad at saving, so y'all need to help me. I'm so bad.
I'm the same. That's probably why I'm trying to save, because I'm such a... it's the only part of my life I'm spontaneous with, which is like, I just love to impulse buy things. If I'm feeling like a little bit down, I'm like, you know that little thrill you get when you go check out?
Impulse buying. I can't.
I love
it's like literally every time I buy something, even if it's just a book, I'm like, I have to think over it like multiple times. Like, should I do it? Because I don't know what's gonna happen in the end of the month, and I may need money that I just spent.
I can't relate at all. I will just buy. I will buy. I will go to Target and walk out with 9 books and not even think about it.
I don't have a choice. Like, I can't even go to a bookstore because
I don't have a choice either, but I do it. I really shouldn't be. I don't have
no, like I literally mean there's just one bookstore where they sell English books and it's like half an hour away, so Oh, hi Emily.
Okay, that's good. At least everybody's here. Yes. Okay, my bad. I just wanted to let y'all know that Emily's here.
Hi, Emily.
Hello. Oh wait, why can't I see that comment? Oh, now I see the comments.
Okay. I did watch the last live stream. I loved seeing all of your thoughts and all of your feelings.
Oh, child.
How was the ending of the last book, Jeff?
I still haven't finished it. I'm just so bad at finishing books, y'all. Like, it's so bad. But I will finish it today. I will let y'all know. I'm literally almost done.
You haven't finished this yet.
I did. Don't be lying to the people on my channel. I finished it. I only had 5 minutes left.
Okay, to be fair, that's pretty good. It's not very long, so you'll be able to finish it easy peasy.
Yeah. The book was only like 2.5 hours. I was like, now I'm not about to show up to another live show without me reading the book. Oh no, you got me. You know what? I don't be buying books at Dollar Tree, but they have some good books.
We don't have this here, so I can't see.
In the Netherlands?
Y'all don't know?
I mean, we have like a pound bookstore, like a Poundland, or like a pound equivalent. But I've never seen any good books. But I've heard people in the US seem to find amazing finds in the Dollar Tree.
No,
yeah, they have good, like not well-known thrillers mostly, but that's not my like adult thrillers. That's not really my. I don't know, but I haven't. Not what's a Euro tree? Emily is so funny. What?
No, we don't really, like where I live, we don't really have any secondhand bookstores. And most of the time they're Dutch books. So like there's really one store I go to once in a while when I have the chance. But otherwise I don't really have the chance to buy my books secondhand, which is sad.
I need to stop buying books for real because Scribd, honestly, Scribd is so good with like $10 a month and you get all the books.
I got a better site. I have a better site. Sadly, you guys can't access it.
Well, then why would you tell me about it? You could have just.
I don't know. I tried Scribd, but it's not unlimited. It's not unlimited
for you.
No, it's like a few books a month, a few popular, and you can't listen to anything anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't have that problem.
Yeah, and listen to a lot of audiobooks. That's because.
Well, maybe because I don't listen to that many audiobooks on Scribd that I didn't know that was a thing. But no, I think my thing says unlimited. Like if it's included in your membership, it'll tell you, and then you can just listen to it. But sometimes
I got the unlimited one, like really unlimited, and I've tried twice, but it's really because I read in a good month. I read between 10 to 20 audiobooks a month. And it just, with Scribd, after 10 audiobooks, I can't listen to any books I want to read anymore.
That's because you're listening to 10 audiobooks a month.
I've listened to almost 8 audiobooks this week. This week has been a crazy reading week.
I just want to be like you when I grow up. Because, baby, I'm still in between the same 4 books from the last live show we did. I've just been not.
It's fine. It's not a race.
I know. But I ain't read anything in March either. This has just been.
You read 1 book in March, at least.
Yes. It's April. How many books have I read in April? Okay, I'll tell you. Oh, this one, the book we're about to talk about, is the book that I read.
Oh, do you have like a little whiteboard, Jeff, that keeps like your progress
I have a whiteboard here, and then I have my days of the week here, and then I have another days of the week there, and then I have like a cork board right there for like my currently reading, TBR, and finished reading. But I need to update it. Maybe that's why I haven't been reading anything, because it's not updated and I can't see visually where I am with my reading. So I'm gonna do that after this.
Jeff, can I say something?
Yes.
I want to be like you when I grow up. Like that is such a level of organization. Like I
have them. I didn't say I use them. They're just.
I know, but even just having them is such a step up for me. I always go in with the intention to be that organized.
Yes.
But it doesn't happen.
This is intention.
I'm not that organized either. Like I can't write things down. Like it's all in my head, so that gets jumbled up. If I write it down, I never look at it again, and I forget. So
I'm the opposite. I have to write it down. Like even if I'm going to the store, if I don't write down what.
Oh, that's the same. I have to write things down in the store.
I have to write everything down. It don't matter what I'm thinking about. If I don't write it down, I'm going to forget. I remember where I wrote it down, but I even if like I remember where I wrote it down, I can kind of remember what I wrote down. But if it's not written down, baby,
yeah, okay.
I completely agree. At the store, I'm that person. I walk around with my list, and then I also have my calculator at the same time. And then I'm like, got to stop now. It's at the budget. Like, what can I go without? What can I have? It's the only time I'm really, really meticulous with.
No, I just have a list. No budgets. I should have budgets, but there are.
And you're like, oh, what books they have available right now?
Right. I'll get everything I need. And it's like, let me just go look at the books. I don't need anything. And then every time the cash person's just looking at the cashier. He's looking at me like
the cash person, the person with all the cash.
Yeah, and looking at me like I'm the cash person. I'm looking at her like, is there a discount?
They're like, oh, I've heard about you. You're the person that keeps buying those books. You're like, yes, I am.
I probably think that's the conversation they have in the break room. So.
Oh, that's what I love, like, working at Aldi. Like, I know people. Like, I just know people because they come in so many times. And that's so nice when you work at a small store.
Yes.
You know your customers.
Yes, I do.
Jeff, you would be one of my favorite customers. I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
I can talk to them about books. I know they picked up something I've read. We can have a lovely conversation when they come into their grocery time.
Look, I try to be a good customer. I think I've had a conversation with somebody like that. I think I was getting Starbucks, and I just bought To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, and I think we were talking about it. Or no, I don't know, child. They told me their favorite book, and it wasn't really my favorite book at the time. It was very much like, oh, you probably read that in high school and then never read again. And it was like, okay, that was cute. Like, that was a cute little book. But, that's not really my thing. And then I gave them a recommendation. I hope they read it. I'm going to go see if they did.
Those are the best conversations, when you just recommend books to people like kind of outside the direct British community.
Yep.
Because like they're probably like oblivious. Because like I feel like we're quite lucky, like being part of like this community. Like we get to kind of recommendations.
Right.
But I know like before I joined the community, I had heard of any of like the BookTube favorites or anything like that. Because you only hear what's on, I guess, the table at Waterstones or the table at Barnes and Noble. That's all you hear. Like, I meant to tell you, Jeff, I ordered the book you recommended. It should be coming next week.
Ooh, I recommended so many. Which one?
Please tell me I get the name right. Yes, Remembrance.
Oh my gosh. Okay, good. Because I am planning a readathon with some people in May, and I think that's the book that I want them to read. So I'm gonna try my best to convince them, because I'm rereading it in May. We can reread it. Yes. And The City We Became. When are we starting? Okay, let's talk about that real fast before we talk about the book. When are we starting that? Because maybe that'll jump me out of my slump.
As where are we joining that one? I don't know.
I don't mind.
What?
I was like, this is the first I'm hearing of it, but I'm down. I'm always down to read more books.
I thought we were starting next week, but I'm not sure when you guys want to start it. I don't mind.
This week, next week, or next week? This week,
tomorrow, that week.
Yes. Robbie, we're reading N.K. Jemisin's The City We Became, because somebody wanted to read it, and I was like, I'll reread it. So now we're all going to read it.
Okay, perfect. I'll order a copy.
Yes.
And it won't arrive until... When will it arrive? The book.
I'll get it on Prime. I'll get it on Prime. Sorry, sorry, Celeste, I thought you said it won't arrive. And I was like, why won't it arrive?
Right, I was
why won't it arrive?
Is there a delay? What is going on?
I'll get it on Prime so I can get it quick. To be fair, I've heard amazing things about it. I was like, I just don't want to start another book. You know what I mean? The famous last lines. I don't want to start another book and another book. But let's be real, I don't need much convincing.
I promise. Like, it's top 5. I promise you, it's so good.
Jeff,
I'm excited,
I trust
but
you.
I'm hesitant because I've read her Broken Earth trilogy.
I have the first one.
Bobby, sorry?
I have the first one.
And I love the first one. And the second and third one.
Emily said.
Emily just.
Oh, you in trouble. Emily, just one more.
I just have one. I feel like I have to go back on my word to Jeff otherwise.
Just one more.
No, those are the real famous BookTube people's words. Just one more book, it's fine.
Right. And then they books you might like, and then it's like, oh, you actually would like that. Yes, indeed.
Amazon that.
Emily's not playing with you. She said, nope.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Just order it and don't tell her. And then you can just pop in on the conversations like, oh, I didn't read it, but this is what I heard. I don't know why I'm telling you this.
But if we're gonna do that, we need to make a group chat on Instagram. Because otherwise Robbie can't communicate with you guys.
I didn't even realize Robbie was gone until this morning. I was like, where did he go?
Sorry, Chad.
I remember you left, but I don't know.
He deleted Twitter.
I know that. I remember you. I don't know, child. I don't know. Child.
That's okay, Jeff. Like, you know what I mean? So much has probably happened since we had that conversation. Like, I barely remember what I ate yesterday. Like, I don't know.
Okay. So
what did I eat yesterday?
I was just thinking that too, because I was like, I don't think I did. Wow. That's probably why I'm so hungry.
But I definitely will. I mean, I've already read one of the books that you really highly praised, Jeff, already.
Same.
Which book?
Hegemon.
Oh, yeah, same.
Did you guys like it?
I loved it. I loved it.
We didn't talk about this yet. Did we talk about this yet? I didn't know you guys.
Yes, we did. Last live show. A bit with me, not with Robbie.
Okay. Now Robbie. Okay, go.
I gave it a 4-star. The only reason I didn't give it is just it's such a complex magic system, and I wanted a bit more explanation. Specifically, I wanted more about the root magic system because I find that so fascinating.
Right.
And I was like, Tracy Dion, that's the author, right? Tracy Dion?
Yeah.
I was like, you're teasing me with this magic system that seems so fascinating, and I need to know more about it. And I'm really hoping in the second book, we're going to get a lot more about the root magic system. But I do find the whole world is so fascinating. Like, just seems so beautifully written. Although the font in my book was so tiny.
I listened to the audiobook.
Oh.
Yeah, and I checked with a couple of other people in the UK, and maybe it's just the UK version. It's just really, really, really tiny, the font.
Right. I didn't even think that would have been a thing. But I think that the reason that she wrote it that way is because she wanted the reader to like also learn with Bree. So it wasn't like the reader could have all the information about the magic system and then like switch over to reading about the character who didn't know much. So it was just like giving the reader as much as they gave Bree instead of giving us that.
100%.
Oh Lord, it's an English term. Lord Jesus, help me, give me strength. I know it. Dramatic irony. There we go. Yeah. So instead of like giving us the dramatic irony, it was just very much real time. I loved it. I'm so happy.
And that's one of my favorite thing in books where like instead of like info dumping like a whole like magic system or a whole thing, we learn with the character because it kind of like naturally progresses. It's just the way that my brain, I think, digests information best.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate if an author gives you like a whole glossary at the beginning and everything, but then I'm like, I get so dependent on that. I'm ending up taking probably 5 times as long to read the books. I'm like, hold on, I need to go back to the glossary.
Right.
Okay, now I can go back to page 3. Oh wait, got halfway down page 4. I need the glossary again.
Page 4.
Yeah.
well, like you say, getting to learn as Bree learns this season, I thought was just amazing, and like kind of getting those. And it didn't give too many flashbacks either, which I liked because I don't mind flashbacks, but when things are really flashback heavy, I'm like, but I want to know what's happening now.
Yes. Okay. Remembrance might give you a little bit of issues, but
that's okay. No, if I know it going in, I'm fine with that.
Okay, because it's the dual timeline thing. Well, it's 3 timelines, but there's that much of the modern person, she doesn't really have that long of a timeline. It's just like every other chapter up until part 2, and then it goes between the other 2 witches, and it just goes back and forth between them. And then they eventually like it's dual timelines, but it's not flashbacks. So
I can do all that.
Really like it. Oh, I'm so excited!
Thank you so much again for the recommendation.
I'm planning to read Kingdom of Souls, the audiobook soon. Yeah, Kingdom of Souls by Rainer Baron.
I read that.
This book.
Yes. I read that. The second one comes out in
It's already out.
It's out now.
In February, right?
Yeah, it's February. Yeah, I think it's Rebirth Souls.
Yeah, I was on a book buying ban. That's why.
I was waiting to read it until the second one was an audiobook, and it's on audiobook now, so I'm definitely gonna read that soon.
I'm gonna get that on Scribd. Yeah, I gotta. Do I have to reread it? Was it good? It was okay. What did I give it? 4 stars?
I think when we spoke about it last, I think you said you gave it a strong 4-star.
Yeah, that was a good book. Yeah.
I actually don't remember it, but yeah, it was a good book.
So I remember Jeff brought it up because of the comparison with Arsinoe and the kind of the low magic.
Yes. Oh, yes, Robbie. Yes.
So I was like, that's such a good comparison when you brought that up. I was like, yes, it's really, really good comparison with that.
Okay. So thoughts about
do you want to like how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to talk about like each story separately or the reading experience as a whole?
Let's talk about each story separately because I like one more than the other.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Shall we do the first one too? But the queens when they're young?
Yeah, the young queens. Is
Yeah,
that the first one? Yeah.
Yes, the first one.
Yes. It was so
I
cute.
give that one 3 stars. 3.5.
Okay, I too. I think, yeah, I liked reading it when we read it because now I can see why. Oh, child, what is her name? Why Mirabella like feels the way that she does, and why like it just makes sense why they don't want to fight, even though it took them so long for them to forget each other. And it was like, okay, so that's why she just still loves them and doesn't want to hurt them. It's because she still remembers stuff. And then I remember in the second one, she was like bringing up memories or whatever. And then I think Arthur was like, stop making stuff up. Like that never happened. And then you're reading about it and it did happen. I was like, oh my God. It's just, and then they were crying when they were. That was cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
I loved it.
I just think it's really amazing kind of seeing like real strong character growth from when they're quite young. Like for me, specifically Mirabella is such a different character. Like I actually forgot what she did to Luca until I reread it. I was like, you almost killed the High Priestess. Because you were like, I just want my sisters and I want to be left alone.
Yeah, but she's been manipulated so much into thinking the way the priestess does, but she also has this rebellious side, like I don't want to do this, but I have to.
And it's quite interesting and I think insightful that you see that she wasn't always kind of like revered and loved by everyone in the household. Like obviously when we read the current timeline, her, Bree and Sarah, they're all very close, like almost like a family. But they were so afraid of her, like they kept her locked in a basement.
In a basement, yes.
And then what do you expect her to do? Of course she's going to hold onto her memory. She's got nothing else to hold on to.
Right.
Like those are the only happy things she's got, keeping her essentially like grounded and kind of sane.
Oh, I like the way Arsenal talked to Catherine when they parted, convincing her it's okay, it's what we need to do. It was really heartwarming because it's another side of Arsenal we actually never get to see.
Because that second book, Arsenal was going crazy. This was, oh my God. But yeah, like you saw her strength in a way. And I have a question though. Did they know that she wasn't a poisoner? Because I feel like they had to have known. Because after that time when she had the milk of the poppy, girl, that's not what it's called, but y'all know what I'm saying. And she got really sick, and then they started whispering behind the thing. I was like, so y'all knew, and y'all just kept her. That's what happened.
I don't think they knew. I think it was just weak because I think there was mention in one of the books, I can't remember, that the last queen said the poison queens weaken with each generation. Because they maybe thought, I don't think they know specifically, but I think they knew that she was going to be weak.
Yeah, I feel like
as weak as she was, child, that girl was limping on her foot. Oh my God. Ooh.
And that's the thing for me as well, like rereading these books again. So I flip-flop a lot between like who my
I'm sorry.
The baby switching.
The baby switching.
I feel so much. I think it's actually what I was just about to say for Catherine from the baby switching, because the conversation going between like the midwife and the mother, like the mother, who's the queen, has gone through such a hard time as a poisoner, like having a weaker gift, and she knows how hard it was for her. And then swapping a girl who isn't a poisoner at all, be subjected to all these kind of like almost like experiments of like how much poison she can take. And I'm just like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Catherine is justified in any of the bad things she does. Like, but I can understand why she's become quite a cold and distant person, because you think these poisoners do this stuff to themselves, but for someone who hasn't got any poisoner gift inside of them,
it's being done to her. She's being tortured.
exactly, like she's being both physically and mentally abused. Like, and like you say, they're whispering about her. So she's like, these people have no faith in me,
Right.
and I can't leave.
Yeah. It was a cute little story. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, I listened to it, but it was.
Yeah, I liked it, but I think with this story, it was really like you knew the big events that happened. You knew the big events. And I don't know, maybe it should have gone more in depth. I think if I would have enjoyed it more if it would have gone more in depth.
With, I don't explain.
I don't know. I can't explain it. It just wasn't enough. Like I don't know.
Okay, well, it's a short story now.
It's a short story. I know, but like the second one, I love the second one so much.
Before we move on to the second one, the reason I am so I'll be honest straight up, the second one I preferred over the first one. The first one, the thing I like about it, and I think why it's so kind of like purposeful, is I think it really justifies why certain characters behave a certain way in the current timeline. Like how Mirabella has the strongest gift, however, she's like known as being the most sensitive and less willing to kill. And you see that because she's the one who's really held onto these memories for so long, and she has really fond memories of her two sisters, and kind of get to see. I think probably the cutest moment of the short story is probably the last page of the first story because you get to see where Cam comes from, like him just like
that was so good.
popping out of the woods, and you're just like, this is really cute.
Yes, it was just a cute story. I will say
It was, yeah.
I don't know if I was really paying attention to the second one, but I really liked the first one, y'all. So.
Oh.
But that's just because I'm a crybaby, and I really like things that make me feel warm. But I don't know if but the second one was spicy though. Like the second one was real like tikka masala, it was real spicy. And the first one was just a little yogurt sauce. I'm really hungry. That's probably why I'm making all the food right now. Wow.
To be fair, Jeff, all that food just sounds delicious right now, so I can't. But no, the second story for me, I find it just really, really fascinating because while in the present time with the first two books, we don't really hear about oracles anymore.
Yes. Well, yes. Okay, I'll give you that. You're right.
And all we've heard is that they get drowned at birth. And it's like, what happened?
They get drowned at birth because of a lie. A fucking lie.
And I kind of love that the first almost like 2 pages is present timeline, and you just see the 3 queens running around singing this song, a nursery rhyme that is ingrained in their culture and society, that this queen was mad, and getting to know what actually happens. And the saddest part was I really wanted to root for Elizabeth, even though I know she's not going to have a happy ending.
Kendari really did that because I too. But then when they lost, I was like, oh no, but she didn't even, it wasn't even, and they was talking about some other king, the consort will come see you regularly. I was like, no, nobody want that. I want to rule the kingdom, the queendom. I was, throw it away.
And I think my favorite part of the second story was seeing kind of how the House of Aaron really came into power.
Yes.
And how it's not just Genevieve and Natalia who are nasty people and like their spouses. It's just, it seems to be a trait throughout the Aaron family. They really will do anything to hold on to power. Like Francesca's the only one that really walks away with a happy ending in that story.
Yeah, because I think in the first book you hear Genevieve and Natalia talking about their mother and how she ruled with it, like also kind of, the way they are, like not a good person. So this was really interesting. And I hate the Aarons right now because that story, I'm really curious, like if the Aarons themselves know what really happened, like Genevieve and Natalia, if they know this family secret.
That's a good question.
Or if it's like lost throughout time and it's just a nursery rhyme and a warning.
And a warning. And I did also believe that Jonathan didn't die.
I really hope he didn't die because he was just like that real innocent person in this story. He just wanted to, you know what I mean? He's like any person in life. He wanted to get a break in his career, do something nice for someone who doesn't seem to have a lot of love and true friendships going on for her.
Yeah, I know
And
how I feel about Jonathan, so
you know
You
what I
know
mean?
what
Like,
I believe, and I think I told you a little about Robbie, is that Jill's boyfriend, his family doesn't have any gifts, right?
yes.
And I believe that Jonathan kind of ran away and he changed his last name, and that the Jill's boyfriend's family, I've forgotten the name, is
the
they're his descendants.
Sandrines?
Well, sorry?
The Sandrines? Is that their last name, I think? The Sandrines?
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think they're
Yes.
Jonathan's lost family. I think they're his descendants.
Ooh.
Now, Celeste.
Because it's a kind of the same situation with Arsenal. They don't know they're poisoners, so they don't have a gift.
I just kind of feel like my mind's blown a little bit.
You might now have unlocked something.
I've never thought that way before. This is what I love about people reading the same book and getting kind of reading such little things that you wouldn't think of yourself, which is what I think is so magical about reading as a whole.
Yeah, it is. No
Like,
one ever reads the same book.
no, 100%.
And isn't that beautiful? Reading and music. I feel like
Yes, music as well.
I love listening to music with people because it's like I'll be like, oh my gosh, did you hear this line? And then because I like to focus on the lyricism, and I'm like, okay, did you catch that? But then sometimes other people could be like, no, but did you catch that? And then I just love it. Yeah, nobody reads the same book twice or once. Even if you reread the same book, it's like you're always gonna catch
not going to be the same.
100%. Like, these are rereads for me, and I'm seeing things for the first time again, and I think that's so magical.
Yes.
Can we talk about the biggest betrayal in this second story?
Her foster brother.
Gilbert.
Oh, I want to kill a man. Like, he guilt trips. Like, the guilt in the end is like, you deserve worse. You deserve so much worse than just the guilt you have right now.
That whole situation, I will just say, I'm so ashamed to have known him.
And that's the thing, especially because the way I read it, I don't know about the pair of you, I feel that she kind of forgave him. Like, and that's broke my heart more than anything else. It shows that she truly was a queen of love and compassion. Because, you know what I mean? I don't know about you guys, but I would have held that grudge.
Oh, forever.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
but, you know what I mean? She truly was a bigger person and forgave him, and all she was left with was that tapestry.
And y'all see how they be treating her, how they be talking about her, and it wasn't even her. That poor woman.
You know what I mean?
So awful.
Poor woman.
All of that just to get a council seat. And I'm pretty certain if you spoke to your foster sister, she would have got you a seat.
Yes. 100%.
You did all that work for something so small. You could have just asked a question. Child,
And that's the thing as well, especially because he's also an oracle. You've essentially put an end to your line of your gift.
And he knew that. It's just how selfish do you
people are
that you ruined it for everybody else just because you wanted a little bitty seat on a council. Council ain't even lit for real. Like, they don't even make decisions. They're not the queen or nothing. Like, relax.
I really hate how they twisted everything the queen did. Like, with the death of her maid, like her best friend, that she killed her. And I'm like, oh, that broke my heart. Like, no, she didn't kill her best friend, you assholes.
And that's the thing, like,
for me. Why would you do that? She ain't do nothing to nobody. Even though sometimes her gift was a little bit off or whatever.
That's the thing. She did nothing.
Nothing. But
you know what I mean? I think, and that's the thing as well. Like we've heard about like people who have been seers and oracles, like in whether like in mythology and fairy tales. That it's probably like the hardest gift I think to balance anyway, because the future is always changing. Like people make choices and it ripples. She's not omnipotent, like being able to see everything. She's just using what is gifted to her. Like, I mean, it helped her win her against her two sisters. Like, and just let the island breathe for a bit. Like, you're putting so much pressure on this woman whose husband is openly flirting with other women. Not even just flirting. He's doing, and I think that's just so disrespectful. Like, she gave him so many passes that he did not deserve.
None.
And that's the thing. And I, you know, she is the queen. Like, it's
The
just
queen.
so. You know what I mean? Fair enough. Like, she came to like her own acceptance of it. Like, if you're going to do things like that behind closed doors, okay, I can't control that. But you're doing it openly in front of everyone, and then it's so heartbreaking that she only has the smallest supporters around her. Like she doesn't have many people that really support her, and everyone's gossiping about her. I can imagine that's so hard. In addition to having a gift that everyone thinks is so skeptical about.
Oh yeah, I think I really liked. I mean, not liked. I didn't like him, but I liked the thing that he portrayed, because the way he acted in a lot of situations are kind of what some men in real life are like too. They're pushing women down, and he really portrayed that. And I hated him for it, but I don't know. I think it was good that it was in there.
Yeah, it made sense. It was just, dang, that lady been through too much. Just can she just get like 2 seconds to just say thank you, Jesus, or something? Like, oh my God.
That's the thing. Did any of you guys kind of get parallels between her king consort and also the way Nicholas behaved?
Who's Nicholas? I'm really bad at names.
Catherine's king consort.
Yeah, not much has changed. I'll tell you that.
No.
I'll tell you that. But not much has changed, if anything. It's the same thing. It's kind of like the government, but that's a whole different conversation. But yeah,
Exactly, Emily. Exactly. You know what I mean? And I feel like people are putting all this pressure on Elizabeth. Like she should be seeing everything. Like people want to know if it's going to be raining today, if their crops are going to grow, what is going to be the gender of their baby. And the thing is, it's not how her gift works. Her gift comes, as she says, from the goddess if she's in need of it.
Yeah. It's like I'm a nerd, okay? So it's like Steven Universe. Garnet, she can see the future too, but when she was explaining it to Steven, because Steven was asking stupid questions like that too, and then she was just like, I can't see specific things, I can just see the different outcomes, and then I picked the one that's most likely to happen, and then that's the one that usually happens. I was like, oh my gosh. And then when I was reading, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the same thing. So yeah. I just wanted to say that because
no, I completely agree with what you said there, Jeff. You know what I mean? Like the thing with magic, no one can be like almost perfect without a flaw. Every magic has a flaw with it. You know what I mean? So for someone who can see the future, have a flaw, it would be that it's not set in stone. You know what I mean? You may see a potential outcome, but things can change. Things are fluid. It's the same with all the. It's the same with all the gifts. Like as a poisoner. It could work, or you could get someone like Osmo who's not going to die.
Right? How do you think they knew poisoners existed? A few babies probably died before they knew.
Oh, probably, yeah.
And that's exactly. And the thing is, not all poisoners all have a tolerance. They can't have unlimited amount of poison. Like look how Nicholas, he died next to someone who was excreting poison from their body while they were asleep. There's no protection you can use against that.
Nikolai wasn't a poisoner, right?
Yeah, he was just a king consort, but he couldn't have. There was no antidote for him because it happened while they were asleep. With Mirabella's gift as an elementalist, she's not as gifted with water.
Yeah,
right.
That's really interesting too.
With the naturalists, they don't get to pick and choose which familiar they have. It's kind of a bond between them, and
they don't have control over the animals. That is something I really like in the series. Is even though they're familiars, they don't control them. They're their own beings. Still.
Yeah, it's like a true partnership.
Yeah.
It's not like I am your ruler, I am your owner, but no, we are in a partnership, and how can we assist and help each other?
Yes. I'm so excited for the next book, y'all.
I know.
Me too.
I think that's what broke my heart. But I think watching the last live show, Jeff was like, "Well, why do we have to read this one next? I need to know what happens next."
I still do need to know what happens next, Robbie, but this little intermission was needed, I guess, for me to understand what was going on. But baby, I'm ready for that third book.
I think once you read the third book, I think you're going to feel really, really grateful you kind of had this little intermission.
Was the third one spicy? Like it picks up, right? Because the second one picked up.
Yeah, I would say in order of like my favorites from what I remember, I'm not including the novella. I would say book 2 is my favorite, and I think that's just because it gave me everything I wanted in book 1. Like,
yes,
for the moment, like where Catherine just like chucked the axe at her back, I was like, "Thank you, someone's dying," but then they didn't die. But it's okay. But
thank you.
I was like, the stakes are really raised now, and then like the fighting match between Mirabella and Catherine, I was like, it's really, really high stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I would say the third book is my next favorite, then the fourth, and then the first. I still give them all 5 stars, but I'm very intrigued to see what you think. And obviously, I don't want to do any spoilers because it's just I'm jealous of both of you getting to read it for the first time.
Y'all, these books are so good. I don't know why it took me so long to get to them, but these books,
same.
I think it's one of those things, though, isn't it? Like, I think we mentioned it earlier. There are so many books nowadays. I feel like I'd say, like, even like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, we weren't getting as many releases as we do now. And now it's so hard, keeping on top of every new release or releases you're really excited for. And unfortunately, we have to kind of pick and choose what we're gravitating towards. And when you're making content as well, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm missing out on a trend, or if I don't read this soon, I'm going to be spoiled for it.
Yes.
Even though books don't have an expiration date, but it kind of we're made to feel that they do.
Yeah, and some books just fall under the radar, sadly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Do either of you have any kind of like predictions or expectations for the next book, kind of where it's going to go?
No, there's so many different possible outcomes.
The only thing I'm like still like almost certain of, like I really think it's gonna happen, is that Jules is gonna become the queen. No one of his sisters.
Yeah, I have
the other things like I don't know. And also Jules becoming queen, I think that's not gonna happen in the third book. I think that's gonna happen in the fourth book.
I think Jules they're gonna figure it out in the third book. And
that's
all I think they're gonna figure it out in the third book. And then maybe Madrigal will get her life together, because at this point, so are you 16 or like 46? Because act your age, not your shoe size now. Y'all know Madrigal, we are not on the same page, me and her.
Oh, that was really interesting. I didn't know. I think we saw that in this short novella that in the family of Jill's family, each generation has 2 sisters. One and one of the sisters
is always barren. Is that what you're talking about?
Sorry? One is barren. One is always barren. It's always 2 sisters and one is always barren. And that was really interesting. And to see also how that impacts, and I don't know, how that impacts the aunt, like definitely with Jules, and then Madrigal coming back and that interfering with everything.
Oh, yeah, Emily, that could happen too.
Yeah, I'm very excited for you guys to kind of get to see the mainland.
Sorry, Robbie, what were you saying?
Oh no, that's okay. I was just saying I'm really excited for you guys to kind of get to explore the mainland and the how things are on the mainland, because obviously that's not something we kind of have been able to see in the first two books.
Mm-hmm.
We've just kind of heard of it. It's almost like it's a fairy tale. Like, we don't see the mainland. They come to us. We don't go to them.
Yeah.
It's all just
allusions that they had to the mainland in the novellas. It was just like,
yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, y'all really talking about this place like it's real. And then I remember, I was like, oh yeah, but they went on a ship. Now they're going to it, so maybe we'll get to see it. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Oh, you just reminded me of something, Jeff, actually. The thing that I think kind of heartbreaks me a bit about the mainland is, Camille didn't want to leave her babies, like the queen, but then she goes through the mist and she forgets about her babies.
Yes. When they were like, it's okay, don't worry about it. You're going to forget about them soon. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what do you mean you're going to forget about them soon? And she was like, I would never tell my babies. I love them. And they were like, you'll be fine. I was just like, you'll be fine. Oops, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, what if they don't even remember each other?
That was, I remember when I first read the second one and then reading the novella, my big hope in the third book, and I'm not going to confirm or deny it, was maybe they would bump into Camille on the mainland.
I was thinking that too, because when they had sent who did nope. Who did they have locked up in the second book? What was her name?
Elizabeth.
Never mind. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Never mind. I just had a thought. It's the wrong thought though, so we're just gonna wipe it off. It's okay. It's okay.
I do think, just thought of it, that one way or another, all of the gifts and people, I don't know how, are gonna come together. Like, there's also going to an oracle queen or an oracle person, and it's I don't know how, that they all come together in the end. Different people from different sections.
Yeah, maybe they'll find the oracle person on the mainland, but they don't know that they're the oracle person until they're like, oh my gosh, oh, it's so many possibilities.
You don't know.
Honestly, because that's my whole thing. Like, when I was reading this series, I was like, I really want like the big resolution by the end of this book that the council is finally going to be like diverse again. Like, it's not going to be all poisoners. Like, you're going to have like representation from each of these gifts, people from all different factions of life, and including the giftless as well, because I feel like that's also equally important. Like, I feel really bad for the giftless person on the council. Everyone all kind of gives them like, oh, you're here. And just like
they're filling their diversity quota. Okay, I guess you can come.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? And you're just like, no, like at the end of the day, each of these people who've been born, they didn't choose to be born and go, you know what, I'm gonna be a poisoner when I grow up. You're born into it. The same with a giftless person. I'm sure for them it's really hard being around all these people who have these fantastic gifts and knowing I'm never gonna have that.
When what's his name? John Jude's little boyfriend. What's his name? Joseph. Right? When he was talking when Lord have mercy, am I wrong? When she was talking and she was like he doesn't have any gifts, but he swears he has the gift of sight or whatever. And
yes! That was so good.
I was like the little baby.
And then his older brother as well.
Wanted to be right.
And then his older brother really believes he can charm fish. I went, just because you can charm the ladies doesn't mean you can charm the fish.
Can't charm nothing, but the animals do like them. Like, yes, I love seeing the giftless people because you don't really see them. All you see is the people with. I mean, they're so important because without the giftless people, we wouldn't know that the gifted people are gifted.
Exactly, and that's why I loved we got to see some of the war gifted people in book 2 because they're not very spoke about. It's kind of like the oracles, they're kind of weaning out,
right?
So that then I think going to book 3, I was like, are we going to get to start seeing oracle people? Are there any oracle people left?
Right.
I just always want more.
I want more. It's giving Sharpay.
So curious.
I'm ready to start it, y'all. I'm ready to know what's happening.
Me too.
It's just
I'm so excited to hear both your thoughts and Emily's, of course, as well.
I'm so excited. We're gonna have to move to Instagram so Robbie could be up to date with us.
I was thinking when I I have my calendar here. It's fine. Maybe do it the weekend of 16th of May, 15th May, 16th May. That's around a month. The weekend before I can't, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
Yes, and then hopefully I'll read it before.
Jeff, I have faith. I have faith in you, Jeff. I have faith.
I just forget, and then the month ends, and it's the 14th, and I'm like, dang. And then I gotta put on Twitter like reading the book for tomorrow, and it's just I just forget. But yes, no, because I really am invested, so I'm about to get on Audible right now. Please hold.
But no, yeah. If you guys want to go to Instagram, that's fine with me. Yeah. Sorry, I'm now on Twitter. I ended up deleting it just because I never use it, and I think it's like any social media when you don't really use it that much, you end up just scrolling, and then you're like, oh, it's been 3 hours. Where did the time go?
Yeah, because Emily was asking why you deleted it.
Oh, yeah, that was the reason. Honestly, I just never really used it. I've had Twitter. I think I had my account for like 10 years, maybe more.
Mm-hmm.
I never use it. I used it when I first started it to enter loads of competitions when I was like 16, like going, oh, I want to win a free box of Maltesers. I want to win a free this. Then I started slowly using it for like books, and then I mainly just used it for giveaways. And I was like, nah, I'm not really adding anything, and I'm not really taking anything away. And I feel like all the really stuff I want to see, I'm not seeing it at all, which is really sad.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I was just like, I just don't want to keep seeing people going, oh, these are all the books I didn't like this month, or this. 10 reasons not to read this book. I was like, no, I just want to read my books and be happy and talk with people who love books too. I'm like that girl from Mean Girls who's like, why can't we all just bake a cake and be happy?
Honestly, because, child, that's all we really need is some cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's why we all created our bookish accounts on anything, is we just want to talk about books with bookish people. And that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And Twitter wasn't that for me.
Yeah.
And
I don't even be on the bookish side of Twitter. First of all, it'd be too much drama.
Yeah.
1. 2, I am too opinionated to be entertaining any drama because I don't have time for it. I really don't. I can't. And 3, bookish Twitter is y'all not really talking about books like that. Like,
no, not at all. Like when I was on there full time on there more than I'm not on there anymore. Yeah, a lot. When I was starting, and I was like feeling really anxious because I had to know whatever happened, because if it didn't react, it would be canceled, and I didn't want to be canceled, and I need to know what's happening. And okay, guys, it's stressing me out.
I just don't be caring. I wait for
this is Twitter because you get canceled every second day.
Yeah, I wait for certain people to say stuff about the bookish community, and then I'll believe it. But other than that, it's just too much. It's too much to keep up with, and somebody's always doing something wrong.
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
I just want to talk about books with people who read, like.
And that's why I agree with like what you said, Jeff. Like, it's very rare actually that the bookish people are talking about books, and I'm like, yeah, I just want to talk about books.
Well, I just don't talk about books. I'll talk about books sometimes, but I be like, well, dang, I'm not gonna act like I feel like a lot of people, they join book Twitter just to get the follows or whatever, and then after a while they just don't be talking about what they need to. I don't know. If you want to talk about your regular life, just make another Twitter. But that's not here nor there. I just feel like, I don't know, child. I be on Twitter for other stuff. I'm not even on there for the books. I go to YouTube and Instagram for the books, for real.
There you go. And you know what I mean? Do whatever like sparks joy and whatever you want to kind of like search for, whatever you want to do. And for me, I was just like, I'm past this time. Like, I just feel like, to be fair, I don't even think I was using it very well anyway. I was like, I don't know what I'm searching for anymore. I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. I feel like I'm too old for this now. And I just get to have lovely conversations like this with lovely bookish people.
Yes.
Oh, what we talked about last time. You just remembered me something. Like, are we continuing this read along with the next series?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Were we planning on not?
I just the question. I want to, but Robbie's.
I also want to, Robbie. You want to keep reading with us?
Yeah, what's the next series?
Can we read
Never in the Ashes.
Oh,
is that what we picked?
Did we talk about this already?
A little bit last time, not for the hobby though.
Yes,
I think
join us.
Because Emily wanted to read it. And
Yes.
Jeff.
To be fair, I own all 4 of them and I've not read them yet, and that's just mainly
Same.
because I'm just so nervous. I always feel this way, you know, like when a series has so much love, and
I just keep stopping.
I always just remember this after The Night Suckers has so much love, and then I read The Night Suckers and I didn't like it, and I was like, no, I just don't want to set my expectations too high for anything.
No, I think it's good to set them high. I have not heard one bad thing.
I'm the same. Like all I've heard.
I'm gonna have to learn to shut up because I don't want to spoil anything.
Please.
So
No.
That's the thing. I agree, Jeff. Like all I've heard is amazing things, and the only thing I've ever heard is people going, "It's mind blowing that this is someone's like debut series."
Okay, so we need to read it. Let's do it.
And I think that's amazing.
Maybe not physically done because that would be.
Because I think that's an
I
amazing
have to think
thing.
about that. What I'm gonna do.
I just think it's an amazing thing when someone writes like a debut book, and people don't always refer to it going, "Oh, this is clearly like a debut," so I give it allowances instead of just going. It blows my mind that this is someone's debut, and
that was
it just makes you
better.
What a lot of people also say is that the first book someone writes in a series is really good, and then the second one and the third one they're not as good as the first one. Like the first one was wow, and the rest was but that's not this series.
Okay, I was like,
the series is really good. It's really good. It's like one of the best endings of a series I've ever read.
And it makes me happy that the series is complete.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think as well. Because if we had to wait like a year, I feel like Jeff would be like, "But I need to know now."
I waited a year for the last book. I waited a year for the last book.
I don't know how you did it. I was not opening the books until I had all of them. I was like, okay, is it a duology? And then I heard 3. I said, okay, so we're gonna wait for the third one. Then I heard 4. I said, okay. And then I was like ready to read. I said, okay, I got them on. Then I heard the 4th one was coming. I said, well, we got to put this back so the 4th one gets here because it's a gratification for me. I can't do it. Oh no.
That's the thing. I feel like it's a real double-edged sword. Like, don't get me wrong, it's amazing. Like when you're able to pick up a book as it comes out and be able to really engage people, like when it's a hot topic of conversation. But then it's that whole waiting, going, I've got to wait now a whole year. And by the time it comes out, I'm like, do I remember this book?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read Bearer over when the second one comes out in June.
That one, I'm Fennbirnalong.
August of this year. August. Yeah, that's
August. I think so. August. Yeah, I need that book.
I remember when Jeff mentioned that there was a sequel. Yeah. It blew my mind because I honestly thought it was a standalone because it wrapped up so nicely.
I read it. I was like, okay, this is gonna be a nice little standalone, and then it ends like a standalone too. Well, it almost did because then the end happened. And I was like, okay, well, I guess they could go either way. And then I heard it was the second one. I was like, now why in the hell did I read the first one?
Is it a duology?
It's a duology, so it's just the 2.
Or maybe we can read that after and Ember in the Ashes.
I mean,
we were gonna wait until An Ember in the Ashes is done because maybe we want to read something else.
Oh, we would have to read that before because, baby, once that thing comes out in August, I will be reading it. I'm not. We could do Ray Bearer in July, and then we could do Redemptor in August. Y'all want to do that?
That's it, Redemptor. I was like, I know it begins with an R, but what is the name?
Redemptor.
Wait, I'm gonna count if we read.
I've been on it.
Honestly, every time I hear you speak about it, Jeff, it gets me so excited for it because I read Ray Bearer such a long time ago because I was very lucky to get an arc of it, and no one was talking about it. And then it came out, and I was like, I'm so happy everyone is loving this because every time I interacted with the author on Instagram, that author is honestly such a genuine, lovely person. Like
that would work out. It would work out if we read.
I already did the math in my head, Celeste. Look, I was already doing it. Because May is the third one, June is the 4th one, and then July we could do Ray Bearer, August we could do Redemptor. It was already up here. And then we have 4 months left, and then we could do Ember in the Ashes for the end of the year. Come on now. September,
Cool.
November, December. Boo, we got our books for the rest of the year. Come on now.
I'm cool with that.
Look at us.
I'm really happy. Like having Redemptor on there has just made me really happy.
It depends also. When is Redemptor coming out in August? The end
Yes,
of August
Emily.
or the beginning of August?
I want to say it's the end, but hold up.
I agree, Emily. It's the most awkward thing when you go back into a series and you didn't know a person was there.
Yeah, every time.
But you know, it's both like a good and a bad thing because sometimes you're like, oh, I forgot about you and I really enjoy you as a character, or I really dislike you all over again.
August 17th.
August 17th.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know me. If I get my hands on it, I'll be done that drum by the 20th. Like I know myself and Jordan Ifeweko in the relationship we have. You ain't got to worry about me. I'll be done.
And I'm so excited knowing that it is a duology. What they're going to be doing next.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Because the thing is,
happened, and then they gotta.
Because the thing is, I already really trust them because for me, the two things I would say they do the strongest is world building,
yes,
and the intricate magic system. Like it's such a beautifully crafted magic system. Like we've seen a lot of magic systems over the years, especially because there are so many trends. But like having these like different kind of like immunities is something I've personally never read in a book before.
No.
Actually, no. I'm going to add a third thing that she does really, really well. Relationships, like phenomenal. Like I'm not gonna lie, I could do a whole talk about this.
All of them, the friendships, the relationship that she had with the prince, and the way that just like little switched up. I was like, what is going on? You said, wait, you're who? And then her relationship with that boy. I was when she saw I don't remember his name, but he was like all to the corner, like all tied up and all alone or whatever. And she went over there, and then they was like,
and then I think my favorite relationship is between her and No Name, like this real like aloof mother figure. Like you're like,
oh yeah,
and just so shrouded in mystery. Going, I know you've got mystery. Tell me everything. Stop hiding things from me.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to reread it.
I'm so excited too.
Maybe I can annotate it the second time. Did I annotate it the first time?
I'm so excited to see like what I'm going to see the second time around that I didn't see the first time.
Oh my gosh, right? And I don't reread books, y'all know it. City We Became is going to be the first book I reread since I started back reading again. Like I hate rereading, but I don't like rereading because it's just
Jeff,
too many books to read, not enough time.
Jeff,
I love rereading.
You're still in my heart, Jeff.
I know.
Because I feel like I'm alone on that. Like I'm not a big rereader because
I can't do it.
I think it's just because I've said this lesson. I think I said it to other people before. If I reread, it's taking away time from all like, the other books in the world. I'm like, I'm running out of time. Three Dark Crowns is my first time rereading books.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson was, right?
Those I don't even class as rereads anymore. They're just like staples in my life because I've just reread them so many times. But like rereading like a big like YA fantasy, I'm like, I just don't do it because there's so many books and so little time.
So many books and so little time. Even though I really like books, I'd be like, oh yeah, this I would reread it, but the act of me actually rereading it,
I reread because it makes me feel safe. Like I know what's gonna happen. I know I'm gonna feel safe, and I'm gonna feel crushed in some cases. But I know it makes me feel safe. Definitely when I'm very anxious, I just reread.
That's fair. That's me and Bob's Burgers, which is probably why I'm watching the year, and it's only April. Like I literally just finished watching it yesterday again for like the fourth time this year, and I literally like went and put it right back on. Like, it's just my little security when I feel down, I'm feeling anxious. It's just before I go to sleep, to fall asleep, I like to fall asleep to the sound of H. John Benjamin's voice. I feel like that's okay.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I mean? Just whatever brings you joy, as I mentioned, whatever brings you joy and whatever's like that real comfort thing for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's just so important to do because it's just probably the greatest act of self-care you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And every time I look at Jeff, I'm just always looking around behind Jeff going, is that My Hero Academia?
It is. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
It's my little family. I'm also a graduate from UA High, but I don't really tell anybody that. It's a little secret.
I'm so bad with TV shows. It's horrible.
No.
Or
No,
watching TV at all. Like, there are
anime is
2
something
TV shows I watched out on my own. 2.
You only watch 2 TV shows on your own?
That I fully watched through, yeah.
That's
No, I watch a lot with my mom, but on my own, I'm really bad at watching TV shows. So there've only been 2.
I'm one of those people, like, I don't DNF books because I'm so stubborn. I don't DNF TV shows either because I'm just like, I just want to be able to say it's done.
Yeah.
Like, it's done. I don't have to go back to it. I've watched it. It's done.
No. Yeah. I get distracted so easily. Easily.
Yeah. Also same. I don't know. I'm about to rewatch Grey's Anatomy though, so I don't know. Because you know what? Because I stopped. I watched. When I tell you I binge, like when I first started watching Grey's Anatomy, it was on season 10. Yeah, Derek was just had just died, and I was like, I'm gonna start it. When I tell you, it took me 3 months to watch 10 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, and each season was like after season 2, each season was like 22 episodes. So I binge watched like over 200 some episodes, and I was still ready for season 11 to start in the fall of that year. And then I stopped around like season 14 because I said, y'all not about to have me crying every single week. I can't watch TV shows every week. And then season happened, and now it's on season 16, and I'm like, what the heck just happened? So I'm about to
this season 16, the one is on TV is now. It's handles COVID. It's really COVID.
In the hospital on a preview, I said, hold the phone. What is going on? Not Mary Ray.
That's what I really like about some American TV shows. They really integrate COVID into everything. Yes. Because if you go to some Dutch shows, you don't see anything of COVID. Like nothing. They're just touching each other and everything.
Oh my. Yes, Emily, season 8 episode season 7 episode 22 was the plane crash. Season 8 episode 1 and episode 2 are the episodes where Lexi and Mark died.
I know that, but you don't know how I started watching with my mom, I think around season 9, 10, because I was born in 2003, so it was already happening almost. And I watched the first 5 seasons on my own, so I haven't seen 4 seasons. Sorry?
You said what happened in 2003?
I wasn't born in 2003, so for most of the time I was way too young to watch it.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. Sorry, proceed. Go ahead.
So I've seen like season 1 to 5 and season 9 to 16. So I've missed a few seasons.
How you skip seasons 6, 7, 8, and 9?
Because I started watching my mom watched it on TV. My mom watches on TV, so I started watching with her when I was like around 12, 13. And I just started watching and it was around season 9. And I tried to watch it on my own, but I stopped at season 5. Yes. So I'm hoping to rewatch that soon and watch it the whole way through.
Well, get ready because season 6 through 8 were crazy.
I know what happens because I was in this phase where I read fan fiction about everything. So, and I'm like on season 1 and I read fan fiction that happens through season 1 to 5, and I know what's going to happen the rest of the seasons before I watched it. That's what I do.
I guess, but you still need to watch.
I'm gonna watch it once upon a time. It's gonna happen, hopefully.
I'm literally it's on my to watch list. Like I'm always that person adding more and more shows on my to watch list all the time. Like it's the same with like I'm like I have like with my reading I have a structure. With my TV shows I have a structure too. So like I'll watch something. I watch like a live action thing on like my Netflix. Then I'll watch an anime. Then I'll go watch something on my Amazon Prime. then I'll go watch something on Disney Plus. I'm like, I need to make sure I'm using all my streaming services that I pay for. Otherwise,
That's a good idea because I'm paying.
Otherwise, I feel like I'm being gypped.
I don't watch nothing on. Yo, Disney Plus, I promise, is only for Mandalorian and Sister Act. And that's even like
I don't know about I think the US one has it because I feel like the USA has a better selection on Disney Plus anyway. I know Grey's Anatomy on the UK is now on Disney Plus.
I just need them to make, that's crazy, but I just need them to make one service where they just put everything together.
Yes.
So one lump sum $100 instead of Hulu taking my money on the 15th and then Netflix taking my money on the 28th and then Disney Plus taking my money on the 82nd. It's just too much. Just give me the 1st or the 15th, put all of them together. I can get my sports, I can get my cartoons, I can get everything in one. But all of these different streaming services is too much.
It's really, really hard as well because let's be real, we normally sign up to a streaming service for one show that we really want to watch. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. And I'm like, why can't you just be on this platform? Or why can't you be? And then you start watching something and then you suddenly get that little notification going, last date to stream this is on this.
No, for real.
Because then it's being moved onto a different streaming thing.
I didn't even watch my old arrivals yet. You talking about some new arrivals? Oh, this is my last Bob's Burgers rewatch for the I said that last time. Look at where we are now.
I really want to rewatch a Game of Thrones. But it's nowhere to be found in the Netherlands. It's literally nowhere to be found.
I was thinking that. It's on HBO. You in the Netherlands. I'm sorry. I was thinking that, but then every time I remember what happened in season 8 and I just get upset. So it'll be a no for me. Did you not finish it?
I finished it. Yeah, I finished it.
Oh no. Robbie, get your hand out of your face.
What the hell happened there? What did they do in season 8? I don't understand it.
It was like we should have known from when they had that Starbucks cup on the floor and they didn't crop it out or they didn't edit it out. They had a whole Starbucks cup. Yes, it was the last episode when they were sitting in the council and you know what I'm talking about? When they were sitting.
No, I don't remember what you're talking about. I want to say something else while you're done.
Okay, they were like making the decision or whatever, and if you zoom in, you can see a Starbucks cup right by somebody free. I said, dang, they just did not care for anybody, even though they made us wait 2 years for it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Emily.
You know what I mean? Like I would expect, like you said, Jeff, I'd expect to pay like a bit more money for it, but I'd know it's just one payment. It's coming out on the same day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And just be able to have everything that I want in one place, because that's the thing, like having to pick and choose which services I want.
Right. And I'm doing it for convenience, and it's not convenient when I have to have 8 tabs open just to find one show. Like, okay, you want to watch this? Is it on Netflix? No, but it's on Amazon Prime though. Like, what is that? Just put it all on the same thing. Ugh.
Yes,
and then 100%. Certain services I've got problems with, like Amazon, it will still display something, but then you go to click on it to watch it, it's like, this is unavailable at this time. You're like, then why is it still displaying?
Yes.
Sure, that's above me now.
Oh, the thing I was wondering, Jeff, because I don't think it's in the UK, I think it's in the US, is I saw this video on TikTok that US shows don't really show nudity.
No. What is nudity?
You know, breasts and
Oh no. Mm-mm.
So when you watch a Game of Thrones, you don't see the sex scenes and everything?
Oh no, it depends on the streaming service. So it depends on the channel. So HBO, Stars, and basically the big enough companies that they can do whatever they want. They can show whatever they want. So Hulu, if they have Hulu originals, there can be nudity. Netflix originals can have a nudity. HBO has nudity. Stars, and like all your late night Showtime, they could have nudity, but it's not like you could watch something in the daytime and they just be showing you titties. They're not gonna do that. But
it's really normal here. Like we have this show which I don't think is for kids. It's called Goede Tijden, Slechte Tijden, and it's good times, bad times. It's the translation.
Okay.
And it's at 8 p.m. and a lot of kids watch that. I watched it from like the age of 10, and there was like a lot of sex scenes, a lot of nudity, and I'm like, now I look back at it like, why do you let kids watch that? But it's very normal here in the Netherlands. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Huh. I said, but you were watching it too, though. That's funny.
Yeah, I watched it for a while with my mom again. But it's something normal here.
I wish it was I mean, not I wish, but like, you know, like we're so like we're sticklers for certain things, but not other things. Like certain channels you could show. Yeah, but no, Game of Thrones, it was on HBO. So you could we was just looking at everything. Jamie Lannister and Cersei Lannister and just all of that, the Lannister stuff. Oh my god, all the booty cheeks. Oh, child. Yes. So it just depends on the channel.
Okay.
Right. Emily, when Emily say that's right, well, maybe she'll tell us, but that's what it is. Robbie. All right, y'all. Dang, that was a really short. Well, the books was short, so I guess that's why.
Yeah. But no, it was so lovely getting to see both of you.
Yes.
And I'm excited for what's going to unfold in book 3.
I can't wait. I can't wait to read it.
I just got excited again. I'm so ready. Oh my gosh.
So, and we're going to figure out when we're starting the city we became. Like, just let us know when you get it, Robbie.
Yeah. We can start it on Tuesday.
To be fair, if you guys start it, I'm pretty fast reader. I can probably catch up.
Okay. Maybe
I'm going to finish the book I'm reading now first.
All right, let's make a group on Instagram, and then we could decide when.
Yes, definitely. 100%.
Okay, so let's start the group. I give you the responsibility.
Thank you.
Anytime, girl. Since you already here, well, we all already here, but I feel like you more here than we are. So cool.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff knew not to do it.
I would have been like, okay.
How do I do this?
I'd be like, you did you? I don't remember you doing that, Jeff. And Jeff will be like, watch the live.
Go to this time here, and you see that I asked you to do it.
And I'm like, I can't.
Do we have each other on Instagram?
Do we follow each other on Instagram, Celeste?
I'm not sure.
Wow, that's really embarrassing. Because we're on Twitter.
Yeah, because I'm never on. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't think so. What's your name on Instagram? Reddit?
Yep.
I don't think so. Then
that's crazy. That's real crazy.
Oh, yes, I do. I think. Sorry. And Emily. I need to find Emily.
By the way, Jeff, I love the last photo you posted on your Instagram, like with the kind of the pearl glasses.
Oh yes, thank you. I love them.
I made the group chat.
Ooh, yeah, they're almost like half glasses. They look really, really nice on you.
The rims, it's just
rims. That's the word. I couldn't remember the word rim. Thank you. Okay. I was like the underneath, the bottom.
The underneath.
I'm just making up words, the guy.
The underneath.
The underneath. But no, they look really nice on you.
Thank you so much.
I saw it. I was like, oh, Jeff.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Sorry, Jeff. I'm putting you right on the spot.
I mean, blushing. Oh my gosh.
So sorry. That's the thing. A lot of people like to aggressively insult people. I aggressively comment.
That's me. I'll be like, you look so good today.
Me too.
When you see me running away, if that happens.
Nah, I'll chase you. I don't run, but I'll chase you. I'll be like, no. Let me tell you why your hair looks amazing.
I'm the same though. I can do it to somebody else, but I don't like it being done to me. I'm like,
I hate it. Like, don't tell me I look good. I just be like, please.
I don't, but you know.
Especially, I feel like it's quite a common thing, I think, in human beings. Like, you're fine with complimenting somebody else, but we're so bad about accepting compliments ourselves.
Yes.
Like, in therapy, it was like, the only thing you have to say is thank you. But
I'm so bad at
just
it.
saying thank you
And the
feels
thing-
so uncomfortable.
I've been told that so many times, but I'm like, but no, because I just feel like it's gonna make me seem like really. It makes me think of Mean Girls going, like, it makes me feel like I'm gonna be like Regina George going, thanks.
I know. Sometimes I have to correct myself. I have to be like, no, actually, well, you know what? Thank you. People be like, bro, just say thank you. Like, my instant response is, no, you look good. No, and they're like, no, this is not my moment yet. Like, just accept the compliment. And I'd like have to apologize to people. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm just really bad at accepting compliments. So I would just really prefer it if you just didn't compliment me, or just like,
just move away.
Just give me a look, a nod of approval, and keep it pushing, please. Because I am a naked mole rat, and I will go run away and find me a little hole to burrow in. I can't stand compliments. I'm sorry, but it just be too much. It's the years of the bullying for me that I just can't.
Same.
It takes time for me to get used to stuff like that. So it's just like, oh my gosh, please stop. But yeah, I'll aggressively compliment you all the time. It's just my nature. What I'm supposed to do.
I think that's like the only time that you want to hear the word aggressive. It's like a nice thing to be done. You know what I mean?
It's so hard to be mean to people. Like, you have to like think of an insult. You have to use a tone of voice. You have to like do all of this stuff. And it's like, bro, just be nice. Like, or just don't do anything at all. Like, it takes so much work to be mean, because I can be mean, and all of the work and mental energy that it takes at the end of the rant, I just be ready to take a shower because I be so damn hot.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like, I know it's like such an old-fashioned expression, but sometimes it truly is just like, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything.
And that's why I'm quiet a lot of the time.
Keep your mouth shut.
Like, bro, you can't say that. And I'm like, you can't say that. And I'm just sitting there like, you right. Just to myself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you okay? Mm-hmm.
Literally. That's why I am known at my catchphrase at work, which is, I'm fine. They're like, but are you fine? I'm fine. That's all I'm saying. I'm fine.
Good. Thank you.
Literally, I won't say I'm good. I'll just say I'm fine. Please don't push this any further.
Ciao.
But I always appreciate getting to spend time with all of you lovely people.
I do too.
And getting to hear all of your bookish wisdom.
I love hearing you talk about books. I could do it all day.
Oh, Jeff.
All day. It's just, I just be listening like, yes, you are.
I just get so self-conscious as well, because I never think I'm like a super like intelligent or well-spoken person. I feel like I have like a very small pool of words that I use.
Same.
Literally, like, I remember when I used to do all my wrap-ups, I used to be like, this book was cute. It was good. I liked it.
Right, like, this book was so good.
And then like
the next one, this one book was also so good.
Literally, and then you
not that good, but it was okay.
And that's the thing. And then I'm like, I really should probably tally how many times I say certain words in videos, because I just didn't say it was cute. I really liked this, and that's all the words I know.
It was cute. I love it.
That's the thing. If I don't have anything else, so I'm like, it was cute. The end.
I think, yeah, that's it. That really be the whole story. My wrap-up shouldn't be as long as they are before the lack of words that I be using. I promise you. I just be like, yeah, this book was, yeah, next. That's it. I don't really say anything.
Exactly.
I just like listening to you talk about books. It's very refreshing.
Oh, and I love hearing you guys talk about books.
Well, Celeste too. Celeste be killing it. I be like, period. That's my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Look at Celeste trying to run away. Oh, look, it's your bird.
Is it on the whole time? Is it on your shoulder?
Yes. See, Robbie, that was me last live show because I was confused. First of all, I was like, I like your shirt. And then she was like, look at my bird. I was like, what are you talking about? And she just had the whole bird just on her. Look,
Where'd it go?
let's go get the bird. Look.
I apparently thought the screen was 3D and it was a come out.
I'm ready to catch it, I guess.
Honestly, has that been there the whole time?
The whole time.
See, Robbie,
I didn't notice that.
We're on the same page because wasn't this me the last live show? I
Yes.
was like, is that a bird? And that hasn't been on you the whole time.
Honestly, I'm just one of those people. I love to make like good eye contact with people. So I'm so bad with paying attention to people's. Celeste, are you a naturalist?
Can be.
Celeste is a naturalist.
Well, at this point, you and this dang bird. Look at little bird just bobbing. Just
honestly,
he always goes with me upstairs, so I should
I've never seen
the whole time.
He's been here the whole time.
What
about his?
He hasn't been on your shoulder the whole time.
Oh my god, he always goes on my back.
Oh yeah, he
always
was on your back.
That's just so well behaved. I've never seen a bird like just be so well behaved.
I don't know, just racing.
Especially because you're quite an animated person, Celeste. Like you haven't been sat still the whole time. Like you've been moving around, and the bird's just been chilling the whole time.
It's like sometimes in the evenings when I'm upstairs and he goes like this, and I have like a jumper on with a hoodie. And I like multiple times I have to like look behind my back. Are you still alive? Because he's sleeping.
Just sleep on your back. That's cute.
Yeah, he sleeps on my back. He just goes to sleep. It's the cutest thing ever. And like, wait, I don't know if you can see it, but yesterday he was on a run across my desk, and I don't know if you can see that. He was in my etui.
I don't know why, but when you said on a run, I thought you like got a leash and went on a walk with him. I was just like, okay.
To be fair,
I'm just sitting here like, she went on a walk with the bird, and you could have gone on the side. I was so confused. But then across,
it's very curious.
I bet. Look, little head. Look.
He likes my ears sometimes.
Oh.
But it's my second bird, so I quite know what to do now. The first one wasn't as curious, but also like I was scared to do anything with him in the beginning. This one I know more about. It's like 2 months old. No, 4 months and I have him 2 months.
That I was really wondering where the bird was.
See, now I can't see the bird again, but I know it's there. Now I can see the bird.
Right. Once you notice the bird is there, you can never unsee the bird. Robbie, I was already here last week with it.
Well, Jeff, I'm so glad.
Still live. We know that, right?
Like we've been on this live
real quick. Sorry, y'all. We just literally just
you know, honestly, we've been in this live for like almost an hour and a half, and it took me this long to find a bird. It's like playing Where's Wally all over again.
I was wondering where the bird was. I thought the bird was asleep. I didn't know the bird was up this early. Well, it's late. Whatever. Child.
It's 2 p.m. for me.
Dang, it's
half 4 p.m.
4:30?
Yeah, it's up. He's almost all day. He likes to run around.
It's almost 9:30 for you, Jeff. Is that right?
Yup. I don't know how time zones work, but yup. I really don't. And I don't care how many times people explain it to me. I will never know. Just tell me what time it is for Eastern Standard, please, and thank you. Because I can't. It's just too many numbers, too many letters. The math ain't mathing. I don't know how two people can be at the same time, but not be the same time and not be the same day sometimes. It's just too much because days are not the right.
Confusing as hell.
It's just making me upset just thinking about it. I can't do time zones. But yes, it's 9:30. Oh, my baby sister's awake. Let us end the live and then meet each other on Instagram.
Yes.
Ooh. What did Emily say? what she said.
Yeah, I was also looking. Ooh.
Thank you. I'm gonna start this.
But no, honestly, it's been such a pleasure and a blessing getting to speak to you guys.
It really was.
And I can't wait to again with you for the next book.
I can't either. I can't wait to read it and see you guys and talk about it.
Are we doing a live show for The City We Became Too as well? Did y'all want to?
I'm happy to if you want to do it.
We could. I don't really care either way.
Either way. Oh, we can talk about it on Instagram. Okay.
Instagram. With Emily David there to
bye, friends.
Bye.
And I guess bye to everyone else who watches this at any time period in the world.
Yes, at any time period. I know it's early now, but when y'all wake up, just click a little thing. All right, y'all. We're gonna click.
Bye.